We're talking about a very specific coin, the 1984 D Lincoln penny. What makes it so special? Is yours the one collectors are fighting over? Let's break it down. If you're between 30 and 70 and wondering what your old coins are really worth, you're in the right place. So let's talk facts. The 1984 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver. It's a common penny in most change jars. Over 6.5 billion of these were produced. So, why do some say it's worth $1.4 million? Certain rare error coins, coins that come out of the mint with mistakes, can be incredibly valuable to collectors. But let's clear something up right away. Not every 1984 D penny is worth $1 million. In fact, 99.999% of them are worth just 1 cent. Now about that $1.4 million price tag, this number has been floating around online, often tied to coins that are either misattributed or clickbait. We searched major auction records, heritage auctions, PCGS, eBay. There is no confirmed sale of a 1984 D penny for $1.4 million. But there are some real 1984 D pennies that are worth money, especially those with rare mint errors. Let's get into those next. Here are the real winners when it comes to the 1984 D penny. Double die errors. Look at Lincoln's ear. If there's doubling there, especially a clear second lobe, you're in luck. Off-center strikes. If the image is off the rim, these can sell for $10 to $150. Die cracks / cuts. Raised metal blobs that show where the die was broken. High-grade condition. If your 1984 D penny is in mint state, MS 67 or higher, it could be worth $100 to $500 plus depending on condition. Get a 10x magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Compare your coin to images online. Use sites like PCGS, NGC, or Variety Vista. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning it ruins its value instantly. Consider professional grading if it looks perfect or shows errors. PCGS or NGC are your go-to services. White heavy checkmark. Get multiple opinions. Go to at least 2 dealers or coin shows. White heavy checkmark. Join online forums. Reddits or /coins or CoinTalk are great places to learn. White heavy checkmark. List carefully on eBay. Include sharp photos and exact condition notes. White heavy checkmark. Avoid we buy gold shops unless you're in a rush. They often underpay. White heavy checkmark. Know your value before you sell. Use auction databases to estimate a fair price. So, while your 1984 D penny probably won't make you a millionaire overnight, some rare ones out there are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And remember, if you're holding on to old coins, you might be holding on to treasure. Subscribe for more coin tips, rare finds, and guides on how to sell your old coins the smart way. Hit that bell so you don't miss the next one. We're talking about one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in modern American history, the 1988 D Lincoln cent. And guess what? It could be hiding in your home right now. Hi everyone. Welcome back to Rare Prices Coins World HD, the place where your old coins can turn into serious cash. If you're between 30 and 70 years old and have a box of coins from the attic, garage, or passed down from family, this video is for you. Why the 1988 D penny is so special. 1 minute, show coin images. Regular versus valuable variety. Now, not all 1988 D pennies are valuable. In fact, most are worth just 1 cent. But one rare error, a transitional error, makes a few of these coins incredibly valuable. In simple terms, the US Mint accidentally used an old die design from 1989 on some 1988 D pennies, specifically the reverse die meant for the Lincoln Memorial. Collectors call this the 1988 D with a reverse of 1989. Only a few of these coins exist, and they're nearly impossible to find unless you know what to look for. How to spot the $1.8 million penny. 2 minutes. Zoom in on the mint mark and FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. Here's what sets the valuable coin apart. Look at the tiny initials FG near the base of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. On a normal 1988 D penny, the initials are bold and far apart. But on the rare version, the initials are closer to the building and more delicate, matching the 1989 design. This type of error is called a design variety, And it happened because the mint used the wrong die. A simple mistake, but one that turned this penny into $1 million treasure. Real-life sale and market value, 1.5 minutes. Show headlines or auction results. Now let's talk numbers. One of these rare 1988 D pennies in pristine condition sold at auction for an unbelievable $1.8 million. And even if yours isn't perfect, circulated examples of this variety can still sell for $10,000 to $50,000. Sometimes more, depending on condition and demand. But remember, you need to have the right variety. Not every 1988 D penny is valuable. It must have that reverse of 1989 feature. Grab a magnifying glass or coin loop. Look for 1988 with a D mint mark. That's under the date. Flip the coin to the reverse and inspect the FG initials. Compare it to known examples of the 1988 with reverse of 1989, or even better, send it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Don't clean the coin, that could lower its value. Just handle it gently and store it in a coin flip or soft cloth. What to do if you find 1.5 minutes. White heavy checkmark, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. White heavy checkmark, avoid selling it to local pawn shops. They often underpay. White heavy checkmark, consider consigning it to a top auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. And if you're unsure, drop a comment below or email us a picture. We'd love to help you figure it out. Before you throw out that old jar of coins, take a second look. You might be sitting on a fortune, just like the 1988 D penny that made headlines around the world. Leave a comment if you have old coins you'd like help identifying. Like this video if you learned something new. And don't forget to subscribe for more hidden coin treasures. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We're revealing another rare coin that's worth over $500,000. Thanks for watching. Your channel name. Remember, your change could change your life. We're talking about a tiny coin with a potentially massive price tag, the 1991 Lincoln cent without a mint mark. And yes, some have sold for as much as $745,000. If you're between 30 and 70 and have coins lying around, maybe in an old drawer inherited from your parents or tucked in a coffee can, this is especially for you. You could be sitting on a hidden treasure without even knowing it. Let's start with a quick background. The Lincoln cent, that's the familiar penny with Abraham Lincoln's profile, has been in circulation since 1909. But the one we're looking at today is from 1991. Not exactly ancient, right? But this specific version is extremely rare. Most 1991 Lincoln pennies have a small D or S under the year, standing for Denver or San Francisco mints. But in some ultra-rare cases, a 1991 penny was struck without any mint mark at all. That's right, it's completely blank under the date. Now you might ask, why does that matter? It's because Philadelphia minted coins didn't start using a mint mark until 2017, except for a few exceptions due to minting errors. A 1991 penny with no mint mark that's actually from San Francisco or Denver due to an error. That's a big deal. In one case, this tiny mistake turned into a $745,000 payday for the lucky owner. This isn't your average collector coin. This is a die error or minting anomaly, and collectors love that stuff. So how can you find out if your 1991 penny is worth a fortune? Look at the date. Does it say 1991? Good. Check beneath the year. Is there a little D or S? If yes, it's common. If there's no mint mark at all, don't spend it just yet. Inspect condition. Is the coin shiny, barely worn, or perfect? That could mean it's uncirculated, and that can skyrocket the value. Take it to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This is the only way to truly authenticate its rarity and value. Let's talk numbers. A verified 1991 no-mint mark penny recently made headlines when it sold at auction for $745,000. And even coins in less than perfect condition are selling for thousands. Most people who found these didn't even know they had them. One man found his in a box of pennies he almost gave to the bank. White heavy checkmark 1943 copper penny, worth up to $1 million. White heavy checkmark 1955 double die Lincoln cent. $2 000 plus white heavy check mark 1972 double die obverse. $300 plus white heavy check mark 1992 close AM penny. $15. 000 plus these coins are all out there, still hidden in piggy banks, drawers, and coin jars. So what should you do now? Simple, go through your pennies, especially those from 1991. Use a magnifying glass, take your time, and if you think you've found something, get it checked by a professional. And don't forget, if you've got a rare coin and you're thinking about selling it, make sure you know what it's really worth before accepting any offers. Like this video if you learned something, and subscribe for more coin tips and valuable money finds. You never know. Your fortune could be hiding in plain sight. We're diving into a penny that could make you a fortune. This little 2000 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could be worth up to $745,000. That's right, a single cent turning into nearly $750,000. Sounds unbelievable? Stick with me. I'll explain what makes this coin so special, how to identify it, and whether yours might be the jackpot winner. Let's start with some quick history. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909, honoring the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, it's seen several design changes, but in the year 2000, the reverse still had the Lincoln Memorial. In 2000, pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, mostly proofs. But here's where it gets interesting. Some error pennies from Philadelphia have traits that make them incredibly rare and valuable. So, what should you look for in your 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny? No mint mark, check under the year. If there's no D or S, it was minted in Philadelphia. Major die errors, these are what turn a common penny into a rare treasure. Look for double die obverse, DDO Lincoln's face, the date, and the word Liberty may look double dot off-center strikes. If the image is noticeably off-center, that's a big clue. Wrong planchet errors. Some 2000 pennies were accidentally struck on a foreign coin blank. Very rare. Even without errors, a mint state MS penny in near-perfect condition can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Graded coins from services like PCGS or NGC hold the most value. Now, the $745,000 penny, yes, one was sold at that price, is believed to have a combination of rarity, condition, and a freak mint error. But even coins worth $1,000 to $5,000 are out there waiting to be found. Here's the part you've been waiting for. What's it really worth today? Common 2000 pennies. 1 cent mint state, MS 65 plus $15 100 DDO or major error coins. $500 5. 000 rare multi-error MS examples. $10,000 to $745. 000 market values change often depending on demand, but if you have one of these ultra-rare errors, especially slabbed and certified by PCGS, you could be sitting on life-changing money. Found a penny you think is valuable? Here's what to do next. Don't clean the coin. Cleaning can lower the value dramatically. Get it appraised, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Research check eBay sold listings, or use sites like Heritage Auctions. Sell smart, avoid pawn shops. Instead, sell through certified auction houses, coin shows, or trusted online marketplaces. So, go check your piggy banks, jars, and drawers. That 2000 penny sitting unnoticed might be worth more than a new car, or even a house. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, values, and real-world selling advice. Studio microphone. I'm Rare Prices Coins World HD. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. What if I told you that a tiny copper coin in your kitchen drawer could be worth up to $745,000? That's not a typo. We're talking about a Lincoln 1 cent penny with a D mint mark from 2006. Stick around because in this video, we're breaking down exactly why this penny is so valuable, what to look for, and how you could sell one if you're lucky enough to have it. In 2006, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln pennies. But among them, a tiny handful had rare errors or features that turned them into collectors' gold mines. Double die obverse, Lincoln's face or the date looks double. Off-center strike coin isn't properly centered. Wrong planchet. The penny was struck on the wrong type of metal. High-grade uncirculated condition. Looks like it just left the mint. One of these rare errors, combined with mint condition, is what led a collector to pay nearly $750,000 for a single 2006 D penny. So how do you know if you've got that penny? The D mint mark, just under the year 2006. Proof-like finish, does it shine like a mirror? Uncirculated grade, no scratches, marks, or signs of use. Rare error patterns, use a magnifier or take it to a professional. The most valuable 2006 D penny was graded MS67 red. Almost flawless. It had a rare error and was in mint condition, which pushed collectors into a bidding war, skyrocketing its value to an estimated $745,000. Grab a magnifying glass and good lighting. Look for that little D under the 2006 year. Compare with online reference photos or videos. Look for anything unusual, doubling, extra lines, off-center shapes. If you think you've found something special, it's time to talk to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies authenticate and grade your coin, essential for serious buyers. Got a coin you think is valuable? Here's where you can sell it for top dollar. eBay, popular but requires good ratings and clear photos. Heritage auctions, one of the top places for high-value coins. Coin shows or local dealers, great for getting second opinions. Remember, a shiny penny doesn't always mean it's valuable. In the coin world, condition and authenticity are everything. Whether you're a longtime collector or just curious about that old jar of coins. Remember, one coin can change your fortune. The 2006 D penny is a perfect example. And even if yours isn't worth $745,000, other pennies from 1992, 1972, 1983, and even 1955 are selling for hundreds to thousands of dollars right now. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more coin tips, and leave a comment if you think you've got a rare coin. We've got more videos coming on how to find the hidden treasure in your pocket change. We're diving deep into one small penny that could be worth a massive fortune. Up to $745,000. Yes, you heard that right. A 2008 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could make you rich. Let's find out why. The 2008 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running series featuring President Abraham Lincoln. These coins were minted primarily in Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark. Normally, these pennies are worth just 1 cent, unless there's something special. In 2008, the U.S. Mint was preparing for the big 2009 Lincoln bicentennial redesign. During this transition, some error coins and rare variations were produced, intentionally or by mistake, that now fetch thousands, even hundreds of thousands, at auction. The 2008 no-mint mark penny that sold for $745,000 is not your average pocket change. This was a mint error with extraordinary features. It had an off-metal strike, meaning it was struck on a planchet meant for a different coin, possibly a dime or foreign coin. It was also in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded by a top-tier grading company like PCGS or NGC. These coins are valuable not just because of their rarity, but because collectors are willing to pay top dollar for unique errors. No mint mark under the date, any unusual color or texture thinner or lighter than a normal penny off-center strike or double die penny that looks like it was struck on a dime or silver planchet. Check the edge of your coin, the weight, and the thickness. If it feels off, it might just be valuable. Found something interesting? Here's how to get your penny appraised. Take clear, high-resolution photos of both sides. Don't clean the coin. It can reduce the value. Send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS, NGC, or ANACSU. Can also check local coin dealers. But be cautious and always compare offers. Coins in MS65 or higher condition are the big moneymakers. Even if yours isn't a $745,000 coin, it could still bring in hundreds or thousands. A 2008 off-metal error penny sold $4.3000. Another uncirculated no mint mark penny fetched $15,000. And the rarest known example, a double error, sold for $745,000 at auction. These coins are out there, folks. They're rare but not impossible to find. It just takes a sharp eye and a bit of luck. If you're holding on to old change, now's the time to start checking. Your next grocery store penny might be your retirement fund. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more coin treasure tips, and drop a comment below if you found any cool coins. Thanks for watching, and remember, not all treasure is buried. Some of it is in your pocket.